error in a given set of errors, That's what actually errors option is. That means in the given set of errors, which error occurred, so that you can verify by using errors. For example, let's see one example here. Yeah. So this is general services we have discussed here. Now let's do one thing here. Let's remove. Yeah. I will just keep this register form in a simple way. Okay. So we have this form. Let's add in a simple option here. So I'm creating one more component. Yeah. In ng generate component input validation. Skip this. Okay. So input validation, I'm adding a new component. Yeah, fine. Now let's keep this in the startup. Input validation and input validation. Okay. So that is input validation, the new component. Okay. So let's go to this input validation and add in the HTML. Right. So let's design a simple form here. Class as container fluid. Okay. And form registered user just and form. Okay, here we configured this as FRM register. So ng form. Okay. And div class as form group and label as username. Okay. And here we are adding a text box. So where we will configure as ng model and hash txt name is equal to ng model. So name is equal to txt name. Class as form control. Here we have a required validation and we have min length validation. Min length is equal to 4. These are the two validations. So now let's keep here another form group, class as form group, and the label So that is mobile. And another input type text. So name as txt mobile and ng model and hash txt mobile is equal to ng model and class as form control, and this is also required, and here it is having pattern just slash plus 919 and 10 digits. Okay, that is general. Okay, now here we defined yeah, and one more div, and just keep button as registered. Okay, so class btn primary and btn block. Okay, so this is a simple form we have created. Now here for username and for mobile we need to put validation. Here how do we check the valid or not? If I use invalid, then required also invalid, min length also invalid, max length also invalid, pattern also invalid. For every error it returns invalid. So the problem is user knows that it is invalid, but it is confusion that which property is invalid actually. So here I am dealing with two messages now. So I am adding here. Let's keep a div. Here span. In the span, one message is name required. That is one message. Another message is name to short because I given min length. So that is if it is less than 4 characters. You can add any number of validations here. Now similarly mobile, for mobile also let's add a div, and one is mobile required and another one is invalid mobile. Okay, now generally when we are dealing with this you can see both messages are displayed here. Name required, name too short, mobile required, invalid mobile. So how you will verify? Suppose if I use ng if, here I'm using ng if and txt name dot invalid. Now this is not related to only required invalid, even mobile in even the property min length is invalid, it will return invalid. That means invalid will return invalid, not only for required, it will return for min length also. But this message is related to only required. So you cannot use invalid anymore because there are many validations and all will return true when invalid occurred. So then in this case, generally how to manage is we can simply configure in this way. So the option is here. in the div,